This is about utility on Debian and Debian derived Linux, that is update alternatives. And through that utility, we will change the mouse cursor. This is Linux Mint. Okay, so update alternative tool, it is available on Debian and its derivative, and it is mainly for kind of maintaining a group of software through a single link, through a single path command, single file. So what is update alternative? So there are a group of files like bin.ed and bin.nano and win.vim. So these are file editors, and rather than remembering all the file editors, it's a good idea to kind of to have a common name, like name is editor. So it's called master name, and we can just kind of open the editor, and editor would now update alternative the kind of uh, a methodology in Debian. So that thinks about that editor belongs to kind of which software, like okay. So if I say okay, so if I open a file here, probably okay. So I have these files, and I can just say editor and gfam. Okay, so it opens a file, and so this is some editor. I don't know which editor it is. So I can exit from this file, Control X. No. Okay, so idea is that can we have a kind of a pseudo name, or a kind of a fictitious or abstract name through which we can do the work. And like here, the editor name is the master name, and this editor name actually it refers to any one of the software. So which software? So we can I can just kind of type update alternatives and list editor. So this is the master name, and there are three softwares. What is the status of the software? So I can say kind of display. Okay, so we can see that editor right now it is bin.nano, whereas there are other editors also like ed and vim.tiny. So that I can set. Okay, so what is the architecture of this tool? So architecture of this tool is there is a master name, and there is a command path. So this command path is fictitious. It's it doesn't have any entry as a kind of a file. It's just a link, and it links to another file that has a fixed name called etc alternatives and the master name. This can be anything. This can be anything. This is the master name. If this is the master name, then it would link to this file etc alternatives and master name. This is the file that is kind of uh, kind of exposed to the user. So a user knows this file. Okay, so kind of okay, so user knows this file. Okay, so user refers to this file. Okay, well, this file. So user refers to this file. So user refers to this file. So this is the architecture. Okay, and if user refers to this file internally refer to link to a fixed file called etc alternatives and the master name, and then this link points to any one of them. So if I type master name, then it would go to this place and to whatever software it links to, that comes into the picture. So it's a kind of a managing a software through a common name. So a person must only need to remember editor. That's it. So any number of kind of software can be installed, and they will come into the kind of update alternative database under the master name editor, and there is a way we can switch this link to any one of them. So this is the kind of architecture that update alternative follows. So pretty simple. So if I have a new software, then I need to install the software. Okay, and once I install the software, okay, so if I have a new software, I need to install the software, and once installation is done, then this update alternative, this tool need to be updated with the new software against a master name. Once it is updated, it would come here as a new software. Okay, so kind of if I have a new tool that edits a file, then it would come as a new entry here. Right now we have 3 entries, so it would come as a 4th entry. Okay, and after 4th entry, then we can set editor to which entry at runtime. So this is the architecture, simple but quite effective. Okay, if I do help on the update alternative command, so I can say update alternative help. So this is the kind of help it prints, and we can see that these are the main command to manage the update alternative tool and its database, and these are other commands. Okay, so what we see here is there is something called auto. So out of all the softwares that is installed, one is auto, other are non-auto. Any one here can be auto. Next thing we see is, okay, so next thing we see is priority. Somewhere it is priority. Okay, so there is a link, there is a name, there is a path, and there is a priority. So priority is every software has a priority. So one software has to be auto, and every software has a priority. So kind of I can say that I think better we can list down what is the actual priority. So display. Okay, so Vim Tiny has 15 and Ed is 100 and Nano is 40, but I think Nano is the auto. So these are the editor auto mode, that is Nano. Okay, so 40, 100 and 15. So this is 40 and this is 100 priority, and this priority is 15. Okay, but okay, so this is 100 and this is 15, but this Nano is auto. Okay, so this is kind of the actual full architecture of update alternative, and this is available only in Debian flavors. Okay, so this is the full architecture. Now, okay, so this is command line, and these are the command that we can run, like set auto. Okay, so if I say auto, then auto would come automatically, and then display list install remove, quite clear. Set means we want editor the kind of this command to be set to this software. If I say auto, means whatever is the auto tagged with auto, it would set to that. Display its attribute, full attribute. List, just list down the links or the software underneath. Install, will install a new software in update alternative tool database, and we can remove a particular link. So while installing, this is the top path, this path, user path. So install to this user path, to this master name, and this is the kind of software link, and this is the priority, actual software link, master name, and the username, that is a kind of one hypothetical software address, software kind of a path. So software user software path and master name, actual software path, and priority. This we need not update anyway. That is the in between. So if I see the editor here, the example what we are showing. Okay, so if I say display, then it is user bin editor. This is what we are seeing. ls minus la user bin editor. It points to etc alternative editor, and if I say ls minus la etc alternative editor, okay, it points to bin nano. So this is what it is. So I am kind of open to add it, remove it, and whatsoever. So this is the kind of a theory. Okay, so in lab session for this is okay, so we can run these commands to change it. So if I set, then it would change. Like if I want, so if I say update alternatives list editor. Okay, right now it is nano. If I want it to be ed, I can say sudo update alternative set set editor to bin ed. Okay, now I am free to list it. I mean update alternatives display editor. Okay, it is set to ed, whereas nano. Okay, so if two software has the same priority, if two software has same name, I believe, and different priority which is higher, that would come into the effect. Okay, so now I have these files. So I'll say editor and gfam. Okay, it is ed now. Earlier it was nano. So I can print 1220p. Okay, so this is the kind of overview of update alternative. Update alternative can be set through config command also. So I can say sudo update alternative config and editor. Okay, it shows the priority also, and status is auto. So nano is in auto mode and others are in manual mode. I can just select whatever I want. So I can just say kind of 0. Okay, now I'll say editor and gfam. It is nano. So this is a simple tool, but it makes sense in a sense that a software which depend upon a kind of a particular link, it should not change. Underneath it may change. So things software is constant, whereas it is configurable on the other side. I have this mouse cursor. It is, I think it is clearly seen as black. Okay, it is clearly seen that I have a. Now I want to change it. Okay, so that is the lab session. Okay, so this is the lab session. Okay, so I have to change this mouse to this kind of it is a kind of red yellow color from black color. And so what I need to follow for this is the path of the command is this. Okay, so path of the command is this: user share icons default index.theme, and as per the architecture it points to X cursor. So master name is X cursor theme, and then it points to this, and then it points to so many softwares. So that is the architecture of mouse cursor, and I need to change the mouse cursor now. Okay, so what I need to change is I need to bring in another mouse. That name is Bibata Modern Amber. So that is the name of the mouse. Okay, so I have how we can do? So idea is that I have to write update alternatives and then kind of I think this is better to see also, or I can just say list and X cursor X cursor theme. Oh, so there are so many softwares already installed and we want our new software. So new software is available kind of on internet and I have downloaded it. Okay. So I think it is Amber. So this is the software. So that is we have downloaded. It is available on internet. Anyone can download Vivata Modern Amber Cursor. Okay. So I believe I can type Vivata Modern Amber Cursor. Okay, so this is not the file. Okay, I think we got the link finally. Okay, so this is the cursor we want to download and I have to click on the download and I have already downloaded. So what I need to do is, okay, so I can close this and now I have to create a directory in my home. So this is the home. This is the home. I need to create a directory called .icons that is available. So .icons, I have to go and here I need to untar it. So kind of a tar xvfz downloads and Vivata classic modern amber. That's it. Okay, so we are here and we have this directory. Okay, now we have to go to the directory and we have to open cursor.theme. I have to remove this double quote and we have to go for index theme and I have to remove this double quote. Okay, so now I have to go to themes. Okay, and in themes it is available. I can select it and it's done. Okay, now what is the role of the update? But still it is not available in many of the, like we can see that it is available here, but many utilities like Qt based utilities, it is not available. Still it is old one. Okay, so if I open, this is a Python based utility, it's available, new cursor, whereas Qt based utility, it is not available. So we have to go for update alternative and we have to set it explicitly. Now we'll execute this command, kind of update sudo update alternatives and then config x cursor theme. Okay, so this is the scenario and it is not listed here what we are thinking. So we need to install. Okay, so we need to install into the update alternative database. So I'll say sudo update alternatives install, and then what is the software? So that is user share icon default index theme, user share icons default index theme. And what is the master name? So that is X cursor theme, and where it should point to. So it should point to home meaning dot icons dot this, and here it should point to here it is point to cursor theme, because everywhere it is pointing to cursor theme, we can see. So it would point to cursor theme. What is the priority? I can set as 91, something, anything. Okay, so it is installed. Now if I say config, this should be available, and it is available as 91. Previously it was not there. So now it is available. So we can select 3. Okay. Now if I say config, then it is at 3, so it is selected. So I can just Control C. Now I'll go back to Qt application, and it's available. Now it is available everywhere. Okay. So this is the way we need to use update alternative. How I can set the kind of cursor size. So cursor size we can set like this, these settings set, or in themes also we can set the cursor size. Sorry, I believe it is mouse touchpad. Okay, so this is the maximum, it is already set. If I set it, it becomes small. If I set it big, so this is the maximum we can set. If we want bigger than this, then we need to type this command, the setting set, org.cinnamon.desktop.interface. Okay, cursor size, and I can set it to 200. Okay, it is really very big, and I don't know, it will come here. Okay, so this is the default in Qt is coming. So Qt applications we can change in the code, but system wise it is quite big, that is seen. It is really big. I mean, I can make it even bigger. So I'll say 400. Okay, so it is not going beyond that. So I think that is the limit. I can make it small, kind of 40. It is smaller. Okay, so that is all about changing the mouse. So if we need to change the mouse, then idea steps are, first we need to kind of copy the mouse. So I need to create a .icons directory in home directory. Here copy the mouse cursor, and kind of then modify cursor theme and index theme. Check if there is no kind of any double quote or something like that. After that, just type update alternative and install. Okay, and install the software. Once it is installed, then just say config. Okay, now if I want to remove this, so if I remove this from theme, okay, so from theme I have selected Vivata Original Eyes, but this Qt applications, many applications, they would not come back to the original. So we can kind of go to config, and I can say, so we'll remove. So while removing, so we have removed from the themes. So in the everywhere it is gone, but it is not going away from the Qt application. So to remove from the Qt application, Now we'll say again sudo update alternatives config x cursor theme, and it is at 3, so we'll set it to kind of be what the original is, number 8. Okay, we'll check, it is not gone here, but from all applications it is gone. Okay, so we'll kind of restart it, it is gone. So this is the old application, but same if we open any other application, it is gone. So this is the way we have to remove. Now we can uninstall from the database. So we'll say kind of remove x cursor, and what to remove, home dot icons and cursor theme. Okay, now if I say config, so that entry is gone. So we change it to other option, we remove from the database, and it is up to me if from here I want to delete it or not. Okay, so new cursor has come into the effect. So that is the idea. Okay, so this will remain, so I will just close it. I close it, and if I bring any Qt application also, then new thing will come up.